The Chicago business scene is as diverse as the city itself. But we don't always hear from the entrepreneurs who keep the Chicago economy colorful. That's where I come in. I'm Micaela Brown, and this is the Minority Report. If you've brushed your teeth, there's a good chance you've used Linda Boasmond's products. As the only black woman to own a chemical manufacturing plant, Boasmond supplies the raw material that Colgate and Procter & Gamble need to run. Of course, it wasn't that long ago that Boasmond was being sabotaged by employees who refused to work under a young black woman. Today, her company clears more than $20 million a year, making respect a little easier to come by. We talked about breaking ground on a new expansion and wanting a little more competition from other women in the field. Oh, and we whipped up a little shampoo in our downtime.
So, I'm sure that this is a male-dominated field, correct?
Yes, it is.
And I'm sure you probably experienced some adversity being such a smart woman of color at that. Tell me about some of your experience and how did you use that to your benefit?
You try to do your best, and then you get out in the workplace and you try to work harder than everybody else. And one of the stories I always tell is that I became the first female at that company to actually go out and become a operations manager on the floor. And the guys literally would shut the valves and not let things flow.
Are you kidding?
No, they would shut the valves off, and I would,
Wow.
so that my product wouldn't be flowing. And I would think, I would go home and I'd be going, so what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And so then I walked in there, and there was a couple of guys, and I walked up to them and I said, you should not let them treat me like this. And the day after that, everything started flowing.
Wow, so you just demanded that respect, like
Yeah.
I worked hard to get here,
Yes.
and you all shouldn't treat me like that.
Absolutely.
So you went from managing a plant to owning a plant that generates $20 million in revenue.
We do more a little bit better than that. We just won't tell what we do anymore.
Of course, that's totally fine.
But actually, I went from that to unemployment.
Are
Yes.
you kidding?
No, I'm not. The company had divested some of its plants. I had been offered a position to relocate, and I decided not to relocate, and then found myself out of work. And I thought, well, if I can't work, I'm going to spend those 8 hours that I would have been working or more looking for a job every single day. I remember coming to this plant and I interviewed. When I got home, there was a message on my machine saying, would you like to come back over here? And I was like, yes, I would.
Wow.
10 minutes, 2 hours.
Right.
And that was literally the decision, a choice that I made to come to Cedar Concepts.
No way. So that's probably one of the best decisions you made, would you say?
I think it was the best decision in my life. When I walked in the door here, it was just a tremendously good fit. I became a partner, and unfortunately we lost one of our other partners, and so I bought the
I'm
company
so sorry
out.
to hear that.
He was a really great mentor for me, but
Wow.
he would be very proud. And
Absolutely.
And what's really nice is that we're building a new facility down the street.
I heard about that. You just had a groundbreaking.
Yes, we did.
With the mayor.
Yes, we did.
That's kind of awesome.
It was tremendously awesome.
How does that feel to be the only African American woman to be in this position?
It's good and it's bad. Everybody likes to be different, to be a
Right.
groundbreaker in anything, but I'd like to have some competition out here. Okay, I'd like to know that there are other women, other African American, other Hispanic women, chemical plant manufacturers to compete against me.
I'm sure that there are tons of girls out there that probably will look at this and be like, okay, I could probably totally do
And
this.
they can do it.
Yeah,
I tell people, we find those excuses, put aside the family, put aside the fear, put aside the fact that, I don't have enough finances. It will happen.
Right.
If you work hard enough and, connect and keep pushing, you have to persevere.
You don't necessarily manufacture a product, a finished product. So if I wanted lip gloss, you couldn't just whip up some lip gloss and
No,
send
I
it
could
to
not.
me in a box.
No, I could not. No, I
So
could
what
not.
is it exactly that you do?
Okay, we do raw materials that are used in everyday life. Our customers range from anywhere from Procter & Gamble to Colgate, as I said, to Citco, and to Boeing.
So I use your products when I brush my teeth?
You probably have. You're going to make your own custom shampoo.
So I'm going to measure.
32 grams.
32 grams.
So
okay.
then you're going to take this and you're going to go to 200 with water. And now you're going to stir it. And so
Okay.
this is your thickening agent. Is it thickening?
Yes.
Okay. And
Oh, this is so cool.
so we decided we'd have it be blue today. Doesn't take much. Just
Okay.
maybe 1 or 2 drops of that in there.
1, 2. Ooh.
Stir it and see if we like the color. If you want it more blue, you'll.
Oh yeah, I definitely need more blue.
Okay. That
I'm a
happens
colorful
too.
person. Haha, colorful person.
And this is going to be your scent. And you only need a few drops of this so you can smell it here. Fragrance.
Ooh, that's yummy. What fragrance is that?
This is herbal.
This is pretty cool.
Okay, so you pour it on in there.
My grandma always taught me, waste not, want not.
You did a lot of chemistry here.
Wow, I did.
Yeah.
Woohoo! This is awesome. Thank you.